It's the Lehocky Eagles postgame show. We're doing it live from Ocean Casino. I'm Mike Missinelli, Derek Gunn, and Seth Joyner. And boy, it's just a sight for sore eyes because this is the segment we talked to Lane Johnson. So good to see him back today. We missed him, and certainly we missed him on this show. Gutted it out all game long. The first test on that core muscle tear. So Lane Johnson joining us from the Eagles locker room. We get him situated there. Lane, I guess a tremendous victory for you guys. But I have to ask you first of all, how are you feeling? How's the health? It looked like you were struggling a little bit with it today in pain, but you gutted it through. Tell us how it feels right now.
Yeah, it was a good win. I felt like we were consistent, in the run game for most of the duration. I felt real iffy the first quarter because I haven't really set on a bull rush. I mean, I practiced, I've moved in practice, and I haven't really had the anchor. So after that, my confidence went up a little bit and ended up playing. So, man, yeah, I felt better than what I expected.
Hey, Lane, 44 rushing attempts tonight for this offense, 268 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. This running game tonight looked more dominant than it had in the past 4 to 5 weeks. What was the difference with you guys having the ability to run the football with authority tonight?
I think it was just, it started out early. I think we got some good chunks early. We had that one pass, I think, to Devontae very early in the game, and then after that, the run game kind of took over. I feel like Shane felt the rhythm was going, and we just kept attacking. And really, I felt like you saw a real balanced attack with the running backs, too, so everybody was getting good chunks.
Lane, you guys stand right there on the run. You guys are ranked 5th in the National Football League in running the football at 147 yards per game. Do you ever get the sense that this offense is really built around your guys' ability to run the ball? And if you guys would just commit to it, that it would open up everything else offensively for you guys?
Yeah, like I said, a lot of it depends on the early game rhythm. Those first couple drives are critical for kind of the tone you're trying to set. So, we had that one big play action pass early, and then after that, we just kept, consecutively getting chunks on the ground. But man, if you come and watch our practice, all we do is hit bags and stout. So, I mean, when we're not running plays, we're on those bags. So, we've been doing that for a long time.
Lane, listen, we don't have to tell you, but there was a lot of concern from fans, 2 concerns about whether Jalen would be 100%, whether you would be 100%. And, I know you don't want to reveal a lot about your injury, but it seems like you were able to survive it. Are you sore right now? And the second part of that question is, could you tell in practice that Jalen was ready to play today?
Yeah, he looked good. I mean, to be honest, when I was going to practice, I was focusing on my assignment and getting through that and trying to feel decent. But, really after the first drive, after sitting on the bull rush one time, I gained some more confidence. But it was, it was iffy the first quarter. After that, I settled in.
Hey, Lane, I want to stay on your injury for just a moment because when you got injured, you admitted that you're going to have surgery after the season all said and done. Obviously, having an extra week to get ready for a game like this is huge. What do you do to prepare? What do you do? What kind of treatments do you do? I know you're not going to give everything away, but what do you do to overcome that mentally more so than physically?
Stay in the treatment room, but I think really testing it. So, whatever angle I was in, that my adductor tore, my groin tore, I try to get to that flexion and try to test it out and be stable in those in-range positions. So a lot of that is just staying consistent with it, really. I think I was talking to Cam Jordan. I think he had something similar a few years ago, I think in 2020. And he was like, man, it's just one of those things that, it takes a little bit from you. But, as a player, you got to evolve. You got to make it work.
Wow. Hey, Lane, obviously, you as an offensive player, you're focused on, what's going on your side of the ball. How awesome is it, to watch this defense go to work? 227 total yards, 5 sacks, a caused fumble that they didn't get, the other team, and one turnover. I know once you're off the field, Stout has got you guys making adjustments and whatnot, but how cool is it to stand on the sideline and watch these guys on the other side of the ball go to work and compliment what you guys are doing?
like I said, man, a lot of these first 2, 3, 4 drives can really set the tone for the game, and they did that. Just guys that are so physically talented and work hard and work together as a group. And man, when they have performances like that, man, they're a lot of trouble for offenses. So, yeah, man, here's one right now for the limp ball coming. Yeah, man, even when the guys got in at the end of the game, they were balling too, the young guys.
I mean, the offensive line allowed 3 pressures all night, which is pretty spectacular. What were you expecting the Giants' defense to do? Because you handled them pretty well.
I mean, those guys inside. I mean, Dexter Lawrence is coming to his own. The best nose in the league. So, I mean, he's the presence. Leonard Williams, Thibodeau's really good. Ward, they're pretty solid up front. I just feel like I said, I feel like we stay consistent with it, really from early on.
Hey, Lane, you guys had 416 yards of offense in this game tonight. I want you to describe to me exactly where this offense is. Has it peaked at the right time? Is it still an offense, as crazy as it may sound after 18 games, is it still an offense that's evolving and can get even better?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's an offense that, if we have some setbacks, then we can adjust. So whether it's in the pass game or run game, we had the talent and ability to do that. And then it's really about taking what the defense gives us.
Lane, short and sweet. A lot of people question what was going on with this offense over the last 4 or 5 weeks of the season. I know you're the guy that normally embodies the whole underdog thing, but internally, talk to me about how you guys felt about the outside chatter that was going on. I know you guys don't listen to it, but I do know you hear it.
Yeah, it's the thing is I mean, you really got to practice blocking out distractions. I mean, really, it's a very hard job to do. And really, if you can go in every day and when you walk out the building, you're exhausted and you feel like you put in work, then you don't have nothing to suck your head about. But yeah, I mean, the past few weeks have been weird. Guys have been in and out. Just guys battling, and that's where the veteran leadership, guys, BG, Fletch, Kels, guys that have been in the building for a long time, they'll begin to take over. Limbaugh, Sue.
Lane, last question from me. You'll play the winner of the game tomorrow. A, will you watch that game? And B, who do you want?
I probably won't watch it. I don't know. I mean, both are. I mean, from my point of view, when I look at it, got a very talented pass rush either way. So, with Bosa, the Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, stout fronts, both of them. So that's my focus.
Hey, Lane, what does Sirianni say to you guys after this dominant win tonight?
He said good job, and he said to enjoy the day off tomorrow, rest, and then and get our focus back. I mean, that's really what the message was, and that was really it.
Lane, go get you a couple of Miller Lights, man, to rehydrate. We'll see you next week. Congrats, my man.
Bud Light.
Sorry about that.
Lane, thanks so much. Good to see you back on the show and in the lineup. Thanks so much. That's Lane Johnson, the Eagles right tackle, live from Lincoln Financial Field as the Eagles win 38-7. Interesting. So he says he probably won't watch the game. Seth, as a player, is it a benefit for you to watch the game, or do you want to stay away from it?
Well, listen, what you're going to get is you're going to get a 4-game breakdown to begin with when they come in and they start practicing for whoever it is they're going to play next week. And to be honest with you, they're going to see that film multiple times throughout the week. They're going to see it, during practice time, in meeting rooms. They're going to see it in cut-ups and breakdowns. They're going to see it in cue cards out on the field. Trust me, they're going to see it. They're going to see everything that they need to see. So if tomorrow's a day of complete rest where, they're working on their body, they may even be at the facility, getting in the cold tub and the hot tub and the steam, the sauna, getting a massage, getting treatment, whatever it is. If they deem that to be more important than watching the game, God bless them, man.
As weird as it sounds, Mike and Seth, I've known Lane a long time. Very seldom does he watch football games. He says, I'm going to see enough of the next opponent in film sessions all week. You think a lot of these guys watch football after they play a game? A lot of them don't. They get away from the game. They clear their minds. They have families. They have other outside interests. They don't watch a lot of football games.
That's all right. I mean, listen, whatever works for him. Seth, I would think you would be a guy that would watch.
Oh, I watch everything.
Yeah.
If there's a football game on,
I mean,
I watch
when
it.
you were into playoffs, were you watching the opponent play?
No, because I was.
You weren't. Okay.
I was a film junkie anyway.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. If I was in this situation, somehow, some way, the Eagles, the Eagles film crew, they're going to have that game film by the time it's over tomorrow night. Okay. So any player that requests it, it's already either going to be uploaded on their Microsoft or their iPad. They're going to have access to it. So just because they might not watch it live, that doesn't mean they're not watching. I guarantee you, the coaches, Jalen Hurts, all them players, whatever the circumstances are, when that game is over tomorrow night, they'll be watching that game tomorrow night.
I guess it makes sense to get away from football and refresh and not get overburdened with it, since you're going to be attacked.
See, I was a football junkie, so if there's something on, I'm watching it. And I'm
new era, dude. New era, different players, man. Your era, you guys, you lived and breathed football.
I get it, but if I had the kind of technology that they had,
right.
I mean, I had to break down. I had to get the stack of beta tapes and go through all the cut-ups. I had to take the VHS home and put it in my VHS at the house. These guys got it all on their iPad, on their computer. If they want to,
Microsoft Pros, and all that stuff.
If they want to play, all they got to do is punch in the code and get the play. I had to put the tape in, fast forward all the way to the third quarter to get that one play if I wanted to see it.
With that line going across the screen.
That's what I'm saying. If I had the kind of technology that these guys had, if a player scratches behind, I could tell you why.
All right, let's take a break. The Diamond Debate is coming up. Devin Cady will join us on the Pond Lehocky Eagles postgame show again. 38-7, a rout in the Eagles' first playoff game. NFC title game is going to be in Philly. We're back after this.
Hi everybody, my name's Jason Lombardi. I'm an inspector at DryTech. At DryTech we offer 3 major services. The first one being basement waterproofing. The second service we offer is foundation and structural repairs. And then the third service that we offer is mold remediation. If you feel you are having a waterproofing issue, give DryTech a call or check us out online.